Hi guys, my name is Elizabeth and from Elm and Oak. So today I am going to be diving into a question that we get a lot of questions about. So, the question that comes up many times, and I'm sure that many realtors hear the same question, is should I buy now or should I wait till next year? So to understand this question and to understand basically what you should be thinking about while you're having this question in your mind, or whether you're deciding on the fence or whether you should buy or not, there's two questions that I want to ask right back to you. So the first question is do you believe that house value is going to increase by next year? And the second question is, do you believe that interest rates are going to increase next year? So if you could say yes to those questions, then it's probably the best time to buy now. Now, a few things that I'm going to say to you before I go to my whiteboard and kind of show you everything that we know, and I'm going to put it into perspective on the board so people can see and understand, is that we know that house prices have increased in Toronto by an average of 33% since last year. They've also said that Royal LePage said that they believe that they believe that house values will increase by 13.5% by the end of the fourth quarter. So that's the end of this year. We also know that interest rates are going to increase. Right now, they have not increased, but we know that they will increase. So let's go to our board here, and I'm just going to break it down to kind of show you how much you would spend if you were to buy now versus if you were to buy tomorrow. So you're not really going to see too much of me, because what I want you to see really is the whiteboard, so you could get an understanding of what it will cost you. So just give me a minute, and we're going to go right to it. All right, so first we're going to start with today. All right, and then we're going to have here 2022. All right, and we're going to use a house price that is $800,000 as an example. Okay, so if we were to say that the house prices are going to increase by 13.5%, we need to take the calculation and add 13.5% on top of the 800,000, which will give you this number. So this is what you would have today if you were to buy the house, and this is what you would have if you decided to wait. So now if we look at that, we already know that the difference is okay. So this is how much more you would have to pay for just the house alone. Now, we know that you can't just buy a house without having a down payment. So you need to put a down payment on top of the house. So if we're going to have 800,000 and my house, the down payment should be around 20%. So 20% of 800,000 is 160,000. Okay, versus if we were to do it in 2022, we would need to put down 181,600. Okay, so what is our difference there? We need to put in an additional okay. So we know that if we were to add in both two numbers, we know that just buying the house itself, we are paying 129,600 more if we were to wait until 2022. Now, there's other things that you have to keep in mind. So remember I said the first question is how much, if you believe that house value will increase. So we already know house value will increase by 13.5%. So we know that we're going to be spending around 129,600 more for the house alone. But we also got to think about the interest rate. So right now, I looked it up, and interest rates are about 2.544% for a 5 years fix. So I'm just going to put that down, and I hope that you can see it. Versus if we were to wait, I'm just going to increase it by 3.49%. Now, I don't know how much more it's going to increase, but what I did was I kind of just looked at different numbers and kind of estimated from there. So if we get a mortgage of $160,000 at an interest rate of 2.44%, our monthly payment would be around $3,042.66. Now, if we were to get this one, we waited to here, we know that our interest rate is 3.49%. So our monthly payment will now be $3,386.71. Well, how much more are we paying? We are paying roughly around $344.06 per month. Doesn't seem like much, right? But if I was to put it into annually, we're going to be looking at around $4,128,000 per year. So in total, if I was to take this numbers plus this numbers, and I'm just talking about the first year alone. So if I was to take my monthly payment or my annually payment and take how much that I'm paying more towards the house, I am spending around $133,728. That is how much more it's going to cost me. So should I buy today or should I wait till next year? My recommendation is to buy today and save that $133,000 and put it to something that is better use, like towards your kids' education or towards the house itself, and bring down the value, not the value, but bring down your mortgage payments by putting more on the house. And that is it. So the question to you is, should you buy today or should you buy tomorrow?